Good evening. This is Wagschicago. It's the 17th day of November. I'm going to circle back to that in a few minutes. This is going to be a long video, or maybe, I don't know. I got a few tabs open. These to the right are for this video, these to the left are for a video I was working on until I got to work on this. But I want to take you back a few days ago. When was this? November 7th, I posted this up on my tweets. Billy Goats. You better put your seatbelts on, buddy. You may need to get probably some alcohol or whatever weed oil or candy, whatever you're into, because this is going to get very creepy. I have a spiderweb brain. It's a picture. I'm telling you this for years, how my brain works. So at every intersection in the spiderweb, they have the spider crisscrosses. Every one of these little crisscrosses, there's a dot of information that I can store like a computer in my brain. That's just how my brain works. So when all this garbage, the pictures come together in my head, they're there internally somehow. It's a gift, but it's a curse because you don't forget shit either when it's parked. I can forget easy shit like to get something at the grocery store or whatever, but that's for another video. But this garbage, I never forget. Billy Goat warns about the small. I'm not going to say these words, so you're going to have to look at your screens every once in a while, but it starts with the letter S, ends in Pox, let's say. The T letter, T, like the not homeschool. Yeah, they're going to be next. The PTA parents, you're called the T now by the FB, and the letter after that. Just saying. Now they got to worry about school parents, but whatever, because they're kid. Whatever. Anyways, urges leaders to use quote germ games to prepare. If you know anything about the illuminated fuckers, they talk in codes. See how this wizard shit goes? Most likely, this is some kind of green light. They have predetermined. That's why they just met at that COP 24 and all that garbage. You remember a couple of days ago, what was it, last Saturday? That little event at that concert in Houston or wherever the hell that was. Houston, has to do with Masons, whatever. Hughes of Stone or some garbage, whatever. 8 lights or 8 flames, 8 were dead, etc. That was possibly because if you look at all the pictures, the ritual, not saying the people in there, I'm not talking about the people in there, I'm talking about who set that up. Then this cocksucker comes out on the 7th, says prepare for your war games. And by the way, I've done videos about exactly what he's talking about, so this ain't news to me because it's in the manual that I keep telling you, but nobody wants to read. Everything till now has been a practice run. Put your shame muscles on, see it's on my microphone, and bow down and run in your house and do you were a bad kid, all the stepchild garbage. That was all to get you conditioned. See, that's called grooming you. So everybody that signed that contract, you're going to be stuck for the rest of your life in that cycle. You're going to have to get that. They're done with it. That's why also this prick said right before the black labels came out, the black caps, the orange cap, and the green cap, they're all new. You got 8 now bottles of this garbage, right? He had said on a news show that the taken out immediately from the old stickeroonie, whatever this thing would be, with little fluids squirting out, that etc. So now he said, oh, there'll be less people die. Well, when I did my report last Saturday or this Saturday just passed, on the number taken out, but not the lunch on the old red box. You all familiar with that red box? Shows the damages from said products. It only went up like 100 dead. So it went from like 18 and change to 18 and change. It's like, I've been doing this for a year, almost 2 years now. What, or a year at least for the sticky. When, with the damage report, it barely went up. So that means he was right again. That's weird. They tell you, see how they work. How did you know? Because they changed the labels up. Then you had the death ritual right after that, the one, the 8 flames, to call it. Then today, the 17th, I'm going to get back to that in a second. Think Queen Elizabeth, because I know she's missing or some garbage. She was supposed to show up. She's been missing. She got the flu, etc. Whatever is going on. Who cares? The point is the date matters because this day in history has something to do with another Queen Elizabeth. You know who she took out? She took out, what's that? Bloody Mary, who was her sister, her stepsister. See how this shit works? It's in the 1500s. What else happened in the 1500s? Starts with the word black, rhymes with the new name for Facebook, Meta. Black Meta was a big disease, let's call it. In the 1500s, Queen Elizabeth took office today. If they announce that that other queen, the more modern one, supposedly was taken out, but not the lunch, 'cause I believe it has something. I don't follow their garbage, but I know in the interweb she's been missing for a while and didn't show up these functions or whatever. If they announce, I don't look at the news tonight as far as that garbage, but something weird with this date or not. Now go back to small XOP, let's call it. Reverse it, mirror. Do the terror games or whatever they're calling this garbage. Guess what happens the same day, right? No, June 10th. Remember June 10th? I posted this the same day. The FD assholers have approved a new drug to treat smallpox, fearful of a possible BWPN attack. The U.S. has been steadily prepared. I know they have. I'll show you the CDC site in a minute. That's a weird coincidence, right? Just saying. Oh, this is creepy shit. Stand by. I gotta see. I got too many tabs though. I gotta see where I'm bouncing to. Well, you can stay on, whatever. Hey, here we go. So speaking of the old Sea Dog Charlie there, look at your screen now. The old small XOP preparedness and response updates from the old F Damaging Association, whatever. They're like the Child Damaging Corporation, but they approve shit. And when they didn't approve it right, the CDC overrode them anyway. So that's how that works. Oh, fucking shit show. Anyways, this doohickey right here, especially if it's a BWPN, you see any movies in the last couple of years, especially this year with little outbreaks, etc., and you're locked down for like 560 days, your mask ain't gonna do nothing for you, all you ladies and lady men or whatever you call yourselves, uh, pussies or whatever. This doesn't do nothing, and it ain't gonna do nothing for this germ either, by the way. So the question I got is, how did you make an antidote to a weapon unless you made said weapon? Like, really? Just thinking out loud. Some more good news today. Today, this is why I want you to remember 11/17. There's something up with this date. I've been looking all day for this date in history. Not all day, but all night. That's why I'm late tonight. Let me move this over. I'm covering up my own work. There we go. So, check this out. This little doohickey. I reported on this a month ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a few days ago. I don't know. I do a lot of videos, and news feeds, but I report on this the year before that because it's also these war games are in their war manuals, just so you know. So all these things I'm about to tell you about is also on the Sea Dog Charlie site. Watch. Anyways, this one has to do with monkeys and XOP, let's call it. Mirror that. Kind of sounds like Pox if you reverse it. Some people don't see patterns. So monkey XOP or the letter Pox. This one's a doohickey that you don't want to get. Very rare virus, or it says a rare virus that causes pus-filled boils. On what? Go back to my tongue video. That's kind of cool. A U.S. resident got the monkey doohickey after returning from Nigeria to Maryland. So right now, there's somebody in Maryland in quarantine with this doohickey right here. We're not. This is just weird because now watch, unless you saw the news today, you're gonna see where I'm going in a second. The old monkey doohickey is rare, but can be deadly. No shit, especially if it's got the WPNer, a stamp of approval from Dr. D. 2.0 because he in Congress he got caught funding these kind of weapons. See how that works? And nobody gave a fuck. And now we got 3 more hitting the streets today on the 17th of November. I just wanted for the record, so when they pull up our bodies or whatever the stone's going to be in 1,000 years, this will be on disc somewhere at some wherever they keep all these files. They'll see my retarded ass or not. Anyways, it's not the first time. Dallas had a little doohickey running in July of this same germ. Now, hang on. Let me get to the. Where, is it over here? Oh, no, that's the other doohickey guy. Hang on. Oh, that's a different case I'm working on. So here, the old monkey doohickey, also on the Sea Dog Charlie training list. It's just amazing. All 3 super deadly germs all happen to be something they are ready for. And they've got antidotes for one of them. How do you make an antidote unless... I think I already said that. The USM monkey doohickey cases are very rare until now. Oh, by the way, it's booster season. And there's a black label, the green label, the orange is for your little kitties. So that's a different story. Bow. Nobody's liable, by the way. Criminally or liability for money. So do you or do your kids is what you're doing. But into the well, you see how that works? Bow. Look that up. Monkeypox is not good, but they trained for it, thank God, right? So they got their little doohickey mask. You're going to wear a panties on your face and still catch it. So if they release it. And by the way, remember like 10 days ago, the old Alphabet were in New York City spraying a BWPN throughout the subways and all the parks to see how far one of these kind of doohickeys were talking. It's a coincidence, I'm sure, that now it's in the country. And the East Coast too, no less. And I guarantee you, the Child Damaging Corporation will not halt flight traffic out of this region they just said it's coming from. You see what I'm saying? That's weird. Where am I going now? Oh, it's going to get weirder. Because now we're going to go into a little radar. Still tied to this because I think this is spiritual. They're praying to their Lord, whoever their Lord is, Baal, Satan, Saturn, whatever you want to pick. Pick a team. It's all representing the illuminated. The illuminated being, which is also in your, or not. Oh, shit. Where am I at now? Hang on. So fast forward to, I'll show you the date in a second. I think it's the 12th, maybe. I'll show you in a second because it's going to tie up to what I'm leading to now, and I'll end it here. About another 3 minutes or so. Watch this. I report this. Hang on. The 15th. See this doohickey going off over Saudi Arabia? I call it the portal to hell because I caught this. I started finding these about, 2 months ago. I got a lot of videos. Go back on my video timeline. I've been reporting on this for a while. It's on the 23rd parallel. See how this works? 23rd parallel is the Tropic of the Sun. That's where the sun, it's the path the sun takes. And then all these doohickey antennas are right there. But this is a good one. I'm going to zoom in here. Hang on. Hang on. Where was it? Hang on. I had it queued up on my others. I had to switch everything over. Hang on. There we go. Watch this thing up close, taking off. This is why I call it the portal to hell. How do I mute this thing? Hang on. So here, this is the doohickey right here. This is right over Saudi Arabia. See how that works? I've been calling it the portal to hell, death portal, whatever you want to call it. It all rolled out after this doohickey came out. See how this worked? You know what I'm saying? So I was going the route, maybe they're activating certain illuminated things or not frequency, but this is more than frequency. This is effing up all the radar around it. It zaps it out. This is exactly like 26 miles wide at that center. I measure it right in here. So it's 26 miles wide. Then when I start tying it to CERN, you can see this video. I'll try and link it at the end here if I remember. That being said, check this out. Hang on. Right here. The same night as I'm reporting that, there's big thunderstorms and major flooding over said area. Check this out. Oh, hang on. They want me to. Yeah, I ain't buying this shit. Hang on. I got to go get around this. Hang on. All right, here we go. Never pay for that garbage. Pay for freaking news. All right. The 11th plague, New York Times, Middle East. 4-inch scorpions called death stalkers. Death Meta. There's a theme starting here from that concert last week. The portal to hell. They had the Horus Eye, the 8 lights, etc. Circling back to there. The Death Stalkers. Remember, there's a new black label out. I showed you that. Go back a few days on my videos to get caught up here. I can't keep repeating. Driven from underground by what seemed like a storm of biblical fury. This is at the same time I'm doing the radar video. Same day. Hundreds or maybe thousands of angry anthropods attacked humans with their storied stingers. Zip, zip, zip. What's a stinger? Hang on. I don't have it. This is good enough, right? Stingers. Zap, zap, zap. See how that works? Get a theme going in your head. Lucky I see all these bubbling patterns all over. Here it is what these do. By the way, these glow in the dark. That's luciferase. That's a chemical. That's a real name. Look up Lucifer Ares. Luciferase. So I got a memory. So I'm like, wait, there's a story about stingers somewhere in the book of R. You know what I mean? Something like 10 and 10-5, something like that. I'm guessing because that's just going off my head. These things killed several people, and at least 500 are hospitalized from this biblical flood of the Death Stalker, causing the Death Stalkers to emerge. Just saying. I'm trying to make this quicker than normal. Hang on. So go to the book of R. What does 9:10 in the book of R mean? And they had tails like unto scorpions. Think of this. Fluids. Because what do scorpions do? They sting and inject you with some kind of fluids. If you get stung by a scorpion and it's against your consent, that would be considered a rape needle on his tail, right? What do you think this is? Because it's not, you're not giving consent because they didn't tell you any of the side effects. They didn't tell you why you're really doing this. You're not consenting. So hopefully that'll help you out when you got to meet whoever you got to meet later. But do you, since we're talking about the book of Revelations. You see where this is going? Their power was to hurt men 5 months. Now, I'm not a gynecologist, like I said, so I don't know what that means. Or do I? And then in 9:5, it says, verse 3, referred to locust-like creatures having a power like that of a scorpion. What could be a locust-like creature with a needle? Think, because you're signing contracts, by the way. Every person I know that I've asked, what did your contract say before you took the old fluids? Nobody read it. I don't know how you forgot this story, but this story is a little harder. But what about the one about the hand, which could be your whole arm, by the way, or your forehead? Remember that story? No, you probably don't. Now, let me get back to the date. Oh, I didn't show you the news. There's a news story today. Philadelphia, a box or whatever, a bag of bottles of the old small XOP or POX, however you want to spell it. The vials were left outside some laboratory building. Look it up. I have it up here somewhere, but I don't want to take any longer. Again, today's 11/17. So you go back to the 12th. Billy Goat said, prepare for your bio training for said small XOP or POX, however you want to spell it. Then fast forward or go backward, we'll go back to June. Like I said, we get approval for said bioweapon. I don't know how they came up with the approval to give you the antidote to something that nobody's attacked us with yet. Weird. Fucking weird in my old world. Then, did we do Marburg? Might as well throw all of them out there. That one's it's up here too. I'm pretty sure there's a Marburg case going around right now. But now I gotta go dig through. Just see how I'm popping around because now I'm getting to the Bible. That's a little more important right now for some of you, or the ether, whatever you want to call this. I think they use the Bible to teach the retarded about yin and yang and balance. But if you're gonna get stung by a creature that's similar to what could be a flying locust, those could be drones too. That's what people used to think. Nobody thought they were gonna force this doohickey by force. And then I think it either goes into something where men will be hoping to die for like 1,000 years or something like that. That's the old software, possibly. I'm just guessing. So if the software, because the dark arts brags how they can administer medicine soon, it's on the news. Now they tell you on the news. Remember when people's kidneys were failing for no reason? Probably global warming, like they're saying now, or marijuana, or maybe jerking off too much is going to cause heart attack. Hey, FDA, put that one out. Whacking off causes heart attacks. See that? You fucking gullible people, man. I'm sorry. So don't forget your scorpion juice, the scorpion fluids, the Death Stalker. Oh, beautiful ether. See that? How that works? My new name. When you get your old Death Stalker, because that's in the Bible, you should still be able to say that, right? The Death Stalker fluids are now black label, orange for the babies. Green is, I don't know yet. Green is a Illuminati color. What do you call it? The 33. So is black or green and orange is. Look up your dark arts. Those are the two new labels, green and orange. Green's for the children. That's called. Baal called it something, child sacrifice or something, or sacro soup or something. I don't know. And I see people in line, and then I got a news story on here where parents were making deals with doctors. I can't believe this, but it's in the news. That before the approval of these said Death Stalker fluids, God, thank you for my sense of humor. I can't believe we could laugh about this shit. Genocide we're making fun of. So, or not. And then, but I am making fun of it. I mean, this may or may not be whatever, but it is. You know what 18,000 times 99 is because of Harvard? That's almost 2 million people. And I can almost tell you, I know 3 that never made the book. So I'm just one asshole. Oh my, I bet you that 99 is a low number. Anyways, when you get your Death Stalker juices, I like prick juices myself, but that's getting creepy. So we'll go Death Stalker because now we'll go Bible and keep it all PG rated until I get my OnlyFans account on. Oh shit! Now let's get to the Queen, and then I'm done. Where has she been? Right? Who gives a fuck? Anyways, until you get to this evil shit here. 1558, November 17th, 1558, English throne upon death of her half sister, Queen Bloody Mary. Oh my. And we're talking about Maida, death, the death scorpion, the death stalker, the biblical flood, the death radar that I showed you, and the death ritual in Houston. Or Houston, however you say that in the dark arts. You Masons, good for you, huh? But they're low end guys. They're not as high as the other. The devil's way up there. And don't forget October 2020, the end of October, CERN said they were about to tear through the veil and pull those dark ones through. And D Wave said they were already communicating with them. Because remember, they're keeping that at absolute zero, like 3 degrees above absolute zero. So is CERN's battery, or what do you call magnets, are running that temperature. Coincidence? And then the cube, if you guys have done your homework, go look up D Wave. It's hard to find. And that cube box that the brains are in, he says it has a heartbeat. That's biblical shit or evil. Go before the Bible. I don't care what you call it. It's Wagschicago. I don't know what to say. This is creepy ass coincidences. Where's the queen? Same name, Elizabeth. I don't know. I just see patterns. You guys figure this shit. I'm not a gynecologist. I'm out.